another video. So this is gonna be just a quick prologue of my best albums or my favorite albums of 2025. I'm gonna come up with a top 25 list of the best albums. So be mindful, this is just only honorable mentions of my favorite albums of the year so far. And well, we're heading towards the end of the year, and these are just my honorable mentions of my favorite albums. So, and then we'll get the top 25 list heading on soon. But I want to talk about these albums real quick that I really enjoy. We're gonna start with pretty much number one is this cat that I've really figured out and really have dug up as most recently, and he dropped 2 EPs this year, but one of them that really stuck out to me was Ordeal. He's a 26-year-old rapper. He's a 26-year-old rapper from 26-year-old R&B singer, excuse me. Yeah, he's a 26-year-old R&B singer. He's also from the UK, and he also does a lot of like Afro beats and Afro pop aesthetics, and you can tell that it's definitely influenced and aforementioned on here on this album. And the reason why I picked this album as one of my, as pretty much one of my calling cards, as far as me going back to it, because number one, I really like the Afro pop. I like the R&B, like nods and mentions. I really do like a lot of the. Let me get to the song. Yeah, I really do like a lot of the records on here. My favorite ones being Cold World and Addicted. Like those records in particular that really just stuck out to me a lot, because number one, it just speaks a lot about his passion for music, and of course addicted, meaning like his addiction to like fame, and people around him that was addicted to like substance, and also pretty girls, meaning like he's pretty much talking about things that women that he experienced in life with, man. So I really like the record from the standpoint of just him expressing a lot of and reflecting a lot of his emotions, him expressing a lot of the feelings that he and the passion that he loved doing and encompassing. So I really like that one. I really like that one in particular. I feel like it was the better one out of the 2 projects that he released. One, The Summer That Saved Me, I didn't really care for that one, but this one here really set the tone. It was a perfect album that I listened to at the gym, like I was on like night riding, and I really just felt a lot really engulfing into this album. Now, I didn't do a review for this in particular. I did not do a review for this. I will probably do one pretty soon on this record, but man, like I said, the songs Addicted, Cold World, Pretty Girls, like those are my favorite records on there. Really encompass a lot of like just the emotions, the rawness, and also just this overall singing and delivery. And just it felt very comforting. It felt very warm. It felt very enchanting. I really enjoyed that about this record. The next one in particular is pretty much from a rising star that's pretty much gonna be nominated for several Grammys, and that is Leon Thomas with his newest EP called Pholks. Now, again, this is another short EP, another short project, following up his success on his latest record that's going to be nominated for a Grammy Mutt. Now, this one I really enjoyed a lot. From the songs Just How You Are, My Muse, and Trapped and Feel Alive. Like I really like those songs. Really feel alive because it just makes you feel so much entrenched, and it makes you really feel like you're thriving, like you're gonna feel some kind of you have some kind of feeling of what's all about life, and how life is always just ahead of you, and you never want to, and it's always a step in front of you, and you always want to achieve your goals and your feelings, and also it makes you and feel alive. I really like the way he's just the vocals, the arrangements, and really just the overall just the melodies also, and the vibe of it. And I really like the production. And Trapped, this one, because in that record he really just showcases a lot of just the feeling and the aesthetic, and in just his overall voice, it really matches the tone, and it really matches the tone of the production. So that one I really enjoyed. I definitely recommend that one to you. The next project, I did do a review on this one, and go back to this. The next project I did review is called Daniel Caesar's project that he just followed up from 2023. And this one is called The Son of Spergy. Yeah, Daniel Caesar's album, The Sons of Spergy. Yes, I really enjoyed this project. Didn't make my overall list, but really, what made me want to check out this project is number one, I heard the records as Who Know. I heard the records Rain Down. I think that's also collab with Sampha, and also the track Who Knows. I heard that, and also I saw a bit of the album and a bit of the feature listing of collaborators. Like Yebba and Devontae Hines, Bon Iver. I saw the track listing of this record and I was like, yeah, let me check this one out. But also, this is a project that this is more of his passion project that he wanted to make, because this is more of like a reconciliation with his parents. And of course, the term Spergy is more of is actually his grandfather's nickname. So that really is what really made me was interested to really find the behind the scenes and really go beyond the depths and the range of the project, man. So that really was something I really wanted to really get entrenched upon. So I was really digging the album, man. I've listened to this several times. Came out in October, a few days before Halloween. A few days before Halloween, and so I was listening to this right in between that project at the gym. So I definitely was. I definitely felt everything within it of the concept. I really felt it in between of the overall record as far as the production goes. The storytelling, like I said, the concept was really brilliant, really brilliantly told, masterfully told, and it's definitely better than his latest follow up, Never Enough. I definitely think this is much better than that project. Not to say that project wasn't good, but it's just I feel like this project, as far as the concept, as far as the singing, and also the collaborators, really felt everything on there that really dealt with a lot of heavier messaging throughout. So definitely something I would really recommend for anybody to check out. Next project that I'll kind of mention a bit, and I'll go a little bit more faster. Teyana Taylor. Teyana Taylor with Escape Room. Yes, Teyana Taylor. If you don't know, she definitely been around as an R&B singer for so time. She released this on Taylor Made Enterprises back in August, and of course it was handled by Def Jam. Their fourth studio album, which is more of like a follow up to her seven album, and I think that last album that also was produced under Good Music under Kanye's label. But what happened was with that didn't really turn out and pan out the way that she wanted. So with this album, I really like this one because it's more gloomy, it's more darker, more monotone, ominous, and more gloomy. And it also expresses a lot. Probably one of the better albums that I've heard express a lot about like womanhood and motherhood and like raising raising a child in the world. Like she really is and raising a child in the world, man. That really gave me something that really is deeper when it comes to the messaging, when it comes to the central themes. And I really like that about this. And it really is also talking about, as far as women feeling something about you know expressing more about like body shaming and like women, women body have it feeling some type of way about like about their bodies, body shaming and stuff. So, and also talking about like I said about raising a child. I think she has a little. I think she has a little baby girl. So yeah, man, I really like that about this record. It really shows a lot of just the deeper, more themes and more feeling and aesthetic. And like I said, even if I may not be relatable to any of the topics and arrangements, I really like the fact that she really was expressing that on this record, and her singing was just effortless. It was just timeless, and it was really really good. Like I said, I love the production of like a dark R&B, dark alternative, but at the same time more darker R&B, more ominous tone. My favorite songs on this album is it's called Lala's Narration, A Long Time, Back to Life, and All of Your Heart, and also Open Invite. Those records is definitely really really good, and I think that's the Open Invite one is with Kate Renata. I think Kate Renata also produces that record as well. And I also like the narrations of all the different women on this album. That also was really really dope. And also, oh, and the song Hard Part with Lucky Day was very underrated, didn't I? Uh, if I didn't mention that already, um, if I didn't mention that song already. All right, and then the last record I am gonna mention on this one for my honorable mentions and for my favorite albums is Hayley Williams with Ego Death at a Bachelorette Party. Oh, T.S. Bletho, hey, what's going on? I was just going over my honorable mentions of my favorite albums of 2025. If I didn't mention it, you came in a little bit later, so you had to go back and rewatch everything. So yes, like I was saying, with Hayley Williams, Ego Death at a Bachelorette Party. I have not heard anything from Hayley Williams at all in like the last 4 or 5 years. She had like a little project in between, like Petals of Armor, which is her debut solo album. Because if you don't know who Hayley Williams is, she was one of the main lead vocalists from one of my favorite groups of all time, Paramore, one of my favorite rock hybrid pop groups of all time in Paramore. And so she dropped another follow-up project, Ego Death at a Bachelorette Party, and really this and this is also uploaded. She uploaded this on her official website back in July. I didn't get a chance to talk about this in a review or did a review style of it, a short, but I will talk about it now. This definitely was one that I really enjoyed a lot. My favorite songs on here was Whim, Disappearing Man, Love Me Different, Brotherly Hate, Negative Self Talk, and Discovery Channel. Like those are really really good, and kind of like a one follow up if I had to do a number like a sixth one. It's probably 13 True Believer. I really like about this is you get all the different cycles of Hayley Williams as far as her personality goes. Um, if I can find something. Okay, there we go. What I'll do is just do this one style real quick while I'll just do this one. I'll talk about one of the tracks from Hayley's album, and the track I really like is Brotherly Hate. So I'll just do this real quick, where she was basically saying, I laid out on your limbs, carved my name and then into every one of them. Please don't fall, please don't break, stay strong for all of our sakes. Are you Siamese twins? Are you headed two ways? Just asking for a friend. You can make each other small or make each other great. I think you could have give me more than you could take. But yeah, this is just one of my favorite songs on the album and produced by Daniel James. Uh, I just really like the way she was just, pretty much going through details about like just a running through a cycle of emotions or just, in her life, and how she's taken up just obsessed just the hate from like from her from like from her haters or people in her life that really wasn't giving her like the strongest part of advice. Those are I just really like that about this song, and I really like uh about the record because it really just gave me something that I can hold on and I can grab on and I can latch on to. So yeah, I really really dug this record, man. That's just one of them, but really check this one out. 20 songs, only an hour and 6 minutes left, and I definitely um, really would give this album a really good chance with open mind, and you might come out of something with it and being impressed from it. The vocals, the melodies, the arrangements, and just her voice was just really matching the tone and the energy of these records, man. The intro acts of my OJ, Kill Me, and Whim, like those records that really, really hit hard and really, really hit home for me. So yeah, those are my last of my honorable mentions. Oh, and next of my last two of my honorable mentions before I leave and before I go, definitely check out the newest mixtape from PinkPantheress, who's pretty much one of the more hotter UK one of the more hotter stars across the UK, and of course one of the most electronical hybrid pop records I've heard all year is FKA Twigs is Eusexua. Though those two records definitely sparked a lot of energy, it sparked a lot of fire, and did a lot for me, as far as me wanting to dive and delve into more just the sounds, the techno sounds, and also the music videos also, that what they both did on their records was really really cool as well. So yeah, all right, those are my honorable mentions for albums of the year. So check these ones out if you have not heard of them. I definitely recommend them. All right, I'm out. Peace.